Hello everyone, and welcome to a pros and cons of the video game Clair Obscur Expedition 33 on Not Now Mom Online Gaming. These are short videos featuring gameplay clips or screenshots so as not to show too much in the spoiler department. Links to this review are in the description below. Let the reviewing begin. First, the pros. Epic soundtrack. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about this. Straight from the start, and I mean on the title screen itself, the soundtrack is gorgeous and something worth listening to. From the different areas you enter, to the combat situations, to the cutscenes, everything's emotional and on point. Combat unique to each character. I love that we get so many characters to choose to fight with, and each one has their own unique fighting style. It's not your average RPG where you've got a warrior, a mage, a healer, and all that, although you can choose to have certain characters take those roles, depending on how you raise their stats and what abilities you give them as well as the skills they'll be using in combat. But I mean, there's a range of combat from eating character skills in order to use them for ourselves in combat, to someone who can manipulate the elements, to someone who uses cards to destroy foes. It's just unfortunate not all of them can be in a battle at once. Emotional storyline. Well, if the prologue doesn't make you cry, then there's definitely another chance the game gives you to squeeze out those tears to prove you're not completely heartless. They've somehow made us love the characters so much given the effort they're taking to go through with the expedition in order to get rid of the Paintress. And while there are definitely some humorous bits, especially when you meet Esky and Francois, it's all tied up in a really tragic festival that continues year after year. Cons. Characters can get stuck on debris. This is probably the one main con that frustrates me with playing this game. Sometimes going through certain areas there'll be rocks on the ground or an uneven surface, and if you don't follow the flat ground precisely, your character can get hung up on the debris on the ground, which causes them to stop moving, and you have to go around that little bit of debris that shouldn't have troubled them in the first place. It's like not being able to step over a stick on the ground. Come on now. And Lune floats over the crap, so what the heck? Weird camera angles in combat. There was one battle I went into and I had to laugh, because when the enemy began attacking, I was on the opposite side of one of my character's heads, so I couldn't see the enemy in their attack almost at all. Luckily, it was an enemy that was doing a certain lightning attack, so I could time it correctly from the lightning coming down and then striking. I don't know what was up with that camera angle, but there have been some others that have been questionable, and I don't think I really noticed it on my first playthrough up to a certain point, so maybe they did a patch and that made things a bit wonky. I'll say it definitely adds a new level of difficulty at times. Enemies in combat can be hard to see. I'm being nitpicky here, but sometimes in a darker setting there can be an enemy near the main one and it's just not something you notice until it attacks, or one of your multi-attacks hits them and they become more noticeable. It's more like an crap situation than anything else. No map for specific areas. This one really hurt me. I'm so bad with directions and remembering where I've been and haven't been that a map would have been really nice for the different areas we find ourselves in. There were so many instances where I missed things because I just forgot I didn't go a certain way, and then sometimes I'd get lost on trying to find the entrance to leave an area. It was kind of a mess for me and my directionally challenged mind. I mean, you'd think the game was fairly linear, and it is to a point, but there's also so much to explore that certain places are not as small as they seem. Only characters in battle earn XP. Ugh, it's so unfortunate when you get a lot of characters, but you have to shuffle them in and out of your party in order for everyone to gain XP appropriately. In one way, it's good because you get used to your characters all working together in one way or another, but also sometimes you just like to have a certain lineup of them. And that's the end of our pros and cons review of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Thanks for watching everyone, and don't get in too much trouble when you say, "Not now, Mom, I'm gaming."